to this stream today. I am very grateful to be with you here again once more. Last week we discussed about, or we shot a video about how to deploy your Fullstack DApp with Truffle framework and Web3.js, and we hosted it on, let's say we hosted it on Firebase, the front end, and then we hosted the back end. We used we used Truffle to deploy it to the blockchain. On which network? Yeah, the Goalie test network. And we used Infura as the RPC for deploying our smart contract to the Goalie test network. So today I want to expand upon that. It's not really great for me to just shoot a video on Truffle. I also want the Hardhat guys to have a feel of how they can actually deploy a smart contract on the web, deploy a Fullstack DApp to the web. So this tutorial is for you today. So if you're ready to jump in with me, then let's get started. So here we are on this app. This is one of the first web that is decentralized application we built on this platform, and it's actually an NFT minting DApp. Okay, and let's test it out. It's all working. I shot a video on it. You can check the description box below and you will see all the information about this video. If you want to do NFT minting, this is it for you. I really expanded on this video. So this is the project, although I'm not sure you how to deploy this project on the web. So it's on my local host right now, which you can see. So I would like to actually show you how to deploy it on the web. It's minting. So that's what this tutorial is about. So it's gonna follow the same suit as the last one, but you're just gonna see how it is different from the way Truffle deploys its contract to the web. So let's get started. All right, to actually deploy is this. What will happen is this. I'm gonna come here, my project, this work. This is the project, and okay, it doesn't have all this. What I'm looking for here is an environment file. I'm just going to use this as the environment file. Copy it from this place and bring it to this place here. This is what we're trying to do. So let me paste it here, paste item. All right, and not only that, I'm going to also copy this this example one that we did, because this is what I'm going to be using to show you how to illustrate this. Why the .env contain my real data, which I'm not going to expose to you. This is going to show the example .env file that you can model and follow along. So I've brought it into the app, and you can see here, right? Okay, this is an example of what we're going to be needing. We're going to need an RPC. This is from the previous project, which is actually coming from Infura. Okay, and then we'll need, this is a deployer key, which you can get from your MetaMask. This is fake, though don't use it. This is just for example. And this is your secret key. Okay, your secret key is your passphrase that MetaMask provided for you. So please make sure that your .env file is not being exposed on the internet. Okay, I warn you and I warn you again, because you can risk losing all your funds. All right, so do not share it publicly. All right, so that's why I'm putting it in this format right here. So for us to be able to deploy this package, this work to online, what we need to do is, first step is to come to an RPC provider, which Alchemy is one of them. So let's sign in with Alchemy. I already have an account with them, so I'm just going to log in here. Okay. Yep. All right, so here we come into the dashboard, and I'm going to create an application. Okay, let's create one. See, create app, and then you enter the name. Let's call this Adulam YouTube or YT for YouTube, and you can keep all these things. When you pay mainnet, we're using Ethereum, but we're not using mainnet, we're using Goalie. For some reason, I've reached the maximum number of allowed applications. So I will have to delete one of these. Okay, edit app and delete this app. Just gonna type demo and click delete, so it's out. So let me create a new one now. Say Adulam YT, and I have the ability to select the network. See, this mainnet is for recash or re-Ethereum currency. You don't want to do this except you really know what you're doing. Like if you want to deploy a real application on the web, then you can use this mainnet. Okay, but if you're still on the testing phase and the staging phase, you need to be using testnet. So using Goalie, and not only that, we click on this create app, and our app is created, like you can see here. Now you just need to view the key. Okay, this is what you're going to be copying. You copy this RPC URL here. So this is what we're going to be using here. We're going to replace it here. Okay, with this. Fantastic. So make sure that you're doing this thing in your real.m file, not in .m.example. This is just me displaying this for you so that you can actually see how it works. Okay, it's just an example. And then after you've done this, you need to switch network. Make sure that you're on this Goalie test network. Okay, and then you want to select an account that has a good number of ethers. Like this one has a good number of ethers, so I'm going to connect this account. So I have 0.2 ethers there. Okay, so that account is account number 2. Account number 1 has pretty good number of ethers as well. So this one here, you need to click here, click account details, and then say export private key. Now you enter your MetaMask, wallet, and click confirm, and then that private key will be what? Open to you. Now you copy the entire private key that will be displayed to you. Once you copy it, come here and replace it with this. Okay, you paste your private key here. That is called your deployer key, and then this is your passphrase, which you can get from that backup file that a MetaMask provided you with when you're passing. This is your passphrase. You need to enter it here, and then you click save. Okay, so but for me, I've already set up all these things in the .m file, so I'm just gonna quickly pause this and update it on my main.env file so that we can get started. So in doing that, let me do this. Okay, now I've actually updated all that information here. So the next thing I want to show you here is this particular let's come to this folder here, this script, and then click this deployer script. Okay, this is the setup script that we actually deploy this smart contract to the web right here. Okay, I've set up everything. These are parameters that are needed for our smart contract being deployed to the web. This is the name of the token, the ERC721 token. This is the name of it, and this is the symbol, and this is my base URL here. This is where all my images are on the IPFS. Okay, so putting that there, and then I'm deploying the smart contract. Then I'm grabbing the address of this particular smart contract and creating a file and saving it in this directory, because I'm going to be needing that file, that address, for essential reasons. Okay, so That is what this particular file does. And when we click, when we run this script now, it's going to perform all this thing and deploy this work into what the network that we select. Now for the network, you come to this place here. Here I have this hardhat.config file. Okay, look at this file here. I'm going to open it. So this is for localhost. If you're deploying, if like currently this work is actually running on the localhost, so that is how the setup is. You only need a URI. But for if you want to deploy it to the Goalie test network, you create a key Goalie and then you put the URL, and we're getting that URL from what? The process.environment variable, and then the endpoint URL, you know, this place. We are extracting this, and we're also extracting the deployer key, which is this one here. We don't really need this though for this particular build here. And then this is the network that we're going to deploy this to. So let's open this, open a new terminal, and then you run yarn. I'm using yarn, so you can also use npm if you're using npm. So I'm using yarn hardhat run. Okay, use this run flag, and then you say what is it running? Scripts directory, go to what? Deploy.js. Okay, this is the file that is going to execute now. So when we click on what? Enter, it will what? Go ahead and actually deploy the smart contract to the web. It's that simple. It has been deployed, and this is the contract address here. All I need to do is to come to, let's say I come to goalie.etherscan. Okay, see, is way faster than Truffle. Truffle took a while, and it actually deploys 2 smart contracts in one, which is pretty dumb to me. Just needs 1 smart contract, deploy the migration file, and then this, but this just deployed 1 single smart contract. Paste in here, this is the contract address, and then you what? Find it, you see. Whoa. Hold on. Ooh, there is something fishy here. Hold on, let's search for this here. So okay, there is something we missed. Okay, don't be too happy yet. What do we miss here? This here, we are actually deploying this to the same local network. We needed to apply, you know, I think network to be what? Goalie. Okay, you need to specify this network, else by default it deploys it to the local host. So let's specify this network and run it. So Goalie does not exist. See, we've not actually saved this particular file, so we need to save it. Now it's saved. Okay, so let's clear up this and let's run it again. Yarn hardhat run script/deploy js --network Goalie, and then you click enter. Then it deploys this, you know. Okay, wait for it. Fingers crossed. So we're waiting for it to get deployed, and once it is deployed, we can actually have access to it. Like, you'll be able to see activity. Like right now, you cannot see any activities on this Adulam YT, right? So after this deployment, those activities should be showing. Okay, okay, it's deployed successfully, and let's copy this contract address now. When you refresh this place here, okay, you see a bunch of activities here because there are just been a deployment to this network here. All these charts are running, and when you come to this place and you paste this address here, you see that it's actually here. You can see all of those the transaction that has taken place here, which is a contract creation transaction. That is what only took place here. So see, our contract, smart contract, is deployed on the internet. Now the next thing that we need to do now is to deploy the front end to for this example, we're still going to use Firebase, but if you have other providers, you know, that you can actually deploy your front end, then you can do it. Okay, to do that, I'm just going to go to console.firebase.google.com. This is my account, and I'm still going to use the same I don't know if they can allow me to actually create. Okay, I think I'm okay. Project name. Not being allowed. So basically, I want to use this particular one. But if you have like enough space, then you can actually create a new project, add a project, go to that project. All right, and then you create some kind of an app with that project. Like we've already created one called this NFT marketplace. So to create an app, all you just need to do is to come to this project overview, and then you click on this place. Okay, it's maximum 2 apps that you can create, but you can add app here, and then you select this web, and then you say you create, let's say Adulam. All right, and then also set up Firebase hosting, you know. Okay, and you just click on register app. You can say this and just click on register app, and then it gets ready to register. Okay, it's registered. If you want to use other Firebase services such as the Firestore, you know, the functions, the machine learning kit, you know, the authentication and all that, then you can copy this and install it on your project. But we don't use this, so we just want to host our application online for free. Then click on continue, and you know, it will be what created for you. This is what the app right here, you can see it. No, but it's not allowing me to actually get into it because the maximum apps that I can create for free is actually 2. So now I'm just going to jump into this particular. I'm done with this now. All I just need to do now is to launch this. So, but before we do that, let's come to this hosting place. All right, so let's visit this link, view website. And I come here, you see that this in particular is the other timeless NFT app here. So I'm going to just rewrite this whole thing. I'm going to rewrite it with, let me connect this wallet first. Okay, it's connected. Let's refresh. Okay, this is the app I created before in this particular application. So what I'm going to do is to rewrite. I'm going to upload a new application here, and then connect it together. So let me disconnect this. Okay, connect from here. It's connected. So now let us come to this place. What you need to do now is to what? Clear the console first. Say you need to install Firebase. You need to have Firebase installed on this. So for example, if I click Firebase, you know, I have Firebase installed, Firebase tools. Okay, so to install Firebase tools, all you need to search for it, click on Firebase tools. Okay, this is the npm package here. So this is Firebase 2. All you just need to do is to run npm or yarn add. Okay, let me just do this. You need npm to do that. So I'm going to give you an example. For Windows users, you can run it as an administrator and just paste this thing and hit the enter button. It's going to work. But for Mac, I noticed that you need to give it the admin permission. So you use sudo, and then you paste that, and then you click enter. Then your password will be required of you. Then you enter your password, and then the installation process begins. But I've already installed this, so I don't need to do this again. So with this all set up, the next thing you need to do is to do Firebase login, like we did before in the previous video. So if you don't know how to do this will enable you to log in into using your console. And once you're logged in, the next thing you need to do is Firebase init. All right, and it initialize. We want to use it for configuring Firebase hosting. Okay, and yeah, this is what I was not presented before. Okay, you want to use an existing project. Okay, you click on enter, and then it lists them all out for you. The one we're looking for is this Tina here. So that's the one we're looking for, not timeless NFT, but Tina. According to your own, my own is web-view here. I just click enter. I want to use build as public directory. Yes, it's a single page application, no GitHub. Okay, and yep, it is done. The configuration files are well generated now. So with this all done, I just say Firebase. Okay, I've already built the app. I don't need to run yarn build anymore, or let's do it for the benefit of doubt. And once that is created, so now let's do Firebase deploy, and it's going to deploy this into the network. So it is actually good that you see all these mistakes and errors that are going on, so that you will understand that this process sometimes doesn't just go one time smoothly. Okay, now that these things are being deployed, okay, it's finally on the right domain here. I could see it now. So now when I refresh this place, you see this is different. This is the the maintain application here, and it's online. I need to connect my wallet first. And when I connect my wallet, you see, I was charged a certain amount of Ethers to deploy this to the network here. So I'm going to click save. Any mint now, you see, prompts me to actually confirm the transaction. So I'm going to mint this. So minting is successful. Okay, so normally take a while for this to be validated. Let's check it out. So it's not showing up yet. One thing I noticed with Truffle, and that is Web3.js and Etherscan.js, is that in Web3.js, when I could actually wait out till all the transaction process is complete before it gives me the thumbs up. But in Ethers, I don't know if there's a way around this yet, but I'm going to find that. But it kind of just tells me that it's okay, it's done now, but the transaction hasn't just appeared yet. Now that you've seen it appear, so that time gap, I would just love that without for this transaction to continue saying minting until all the transaction is validated by the different nodes playing the game on the system. So basically this is how you deploy a project, okay, on Hardhat with Etherscan.js and all that. Okay, this is how you do it. Okay, it's very simple, it's straight to the point, and no step missed here. So we used Alchemy as our RPC. We used Firebase for hosting our front end, and then we hosted our back end using the Alchemy RPC provision. All right, so this is how it's done. It's very simple, straight to the point, and I'm glad that you actually stick around to watch all this whole thing, and I hope you got values from this video today. And if you do, please hit that like and subscribe button, smash that notification bell, and I will see you in the next tutorial. In the next tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to build a decentralized autonomous organization, okay, a full DApp. So you better be ready for it. You're gonna really enjoy it. You're gonna see how to build a DAO, okay, you know, a DAO DApp from scratch with no step missing. I hope you're really anticipating for that one, because I'm pumped to see you right there in the next tutorial. Okay, with that said, I'm going to see you in the next tutorial. Bye.